live, and they understand. I tell everybody every month this is live, which means it's raw and uncut. You might get some bloopers, some mispronounced words, some things that we shouldn't even say. But Miss Sabrina, when you get a chance, she's turning on another camera for us so that we can have things from a different angle. And even if I have to get up and come, I'm okay. But what I want to first and foremost do is introduce you all. This is a Mother's Love Foundation Incorporated. My name is Jacqueline Coleman. I am the CEO.
The CEO of Careful Touch, New Blood Draw Center, and also a reference lab in Port St. Lucie County.
My name is Makita Broom. I am an assistant principal at Chester A. Moore Elementary.
Hello everyone, Thelma Jackson, principal at Chester A. Moore Elementary.
Hello everyone, my name is Helen Lurie. I'm a realtor, but I'm also running for St. Lucie County Commission District 4.
So that being said, we are going to get started tonight, and let's just take and go down the line, and let's just talk a little bit about you all and what it is that you're doing and why St. Lucie County, and what is the future like. And when it comes to this particular podcast, there is no scripting. There aren't any questions that the ladies were able to preview, prior to sitting with me. So I really say this is raw and uncut. So that being said, Miss Tangi, talk to us since you're closest to me. I know you're gonna say next time. I'm not gonna sit here. But since you are the closest to me, Careful Touch is the name of your business. Tell the community a little bit about what Careful Touch is, and the great news of excelling that you've done, elevation, if you will. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay, so this June just made a year. I believe it's June the 13th. Just made our first year open and operating.
Woo! Yes.
I've only been a resident here 2 years now, so I'm fresh all the way around. We started out as a mobile blood draw center, a mobile phlebotomy service, and within about 6 months, COVID was still going on, and we got a stationary location.
Can I pause you there for just a minute?
Yes.
Because normally when COVID hits, the world stops.
Yes.
But I just heard you say during COVID, in the midst of the storm, you were able to get a actual brick and mortar.
Yes, we were.
All right.
Yes,
high
we
five,
were.
sis.
Yes,
High five.
we were.
Yes, high five. Okay, continue on.
So we're considered a blood draw center now.
Okay.
So no, not only do we come to you, you can come to us as well. I would say we're soon to be Quest and Lab Courts competition.
Yes.
Rehabilitation, nursing homes, urologists, and things like that, and anybody across the board, OBGs, whoever has urine that they want their testing back within 55 minutes.
So within 55 minutes, you're able to take a urine analysis, and you're
Yes.
able to deem whatever the issues are.
Yes, ma'am, and they'll be able to medicate them properly versus waiting days.
There you go.
It's really critical for elderly people to wait days and weeks for the UTI, the fungal, and the bacteria. They just give them a little bit of medicine, just a Band-Aid, but you need the actual antibiotic to heal it. And yes, so it's critical.
So is there another lab, if you will, within this vicinity that does that type of testing?
Within a 50-mile radius, I don't believe.
Woo! And it's a black woman owned, so high five. I told you guys it's excellence on this couch tonight.
Yes.
Thank you.
But we also just expanded a little bit more.
Okay.
And we're offering phlebotomy training courses.
That's what I was hoping you talked
for the
about.
community.
Thank you.
Yes.
Please
So,
do.
we're gonna start the first week of September coming, and we're trying to fill up the classes as much as we can. So we down the rates to make it affordable for
Under
everyone.
500, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Say that so they can hear it.
It's $4.99.
Woo! So,
Yes.
and I remember you saying, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot, but didn't you say they could do like a payment plan?
Yes.
Okay, talk
we
about
also
that.
take Afterpay, and I want to say Affirm. And what it is they sign up for it, they get approved, and they can make payment installments. I think up to 4 or 5 payment installments.
Trying to commit.
That's my goal. I have children that are younger. I'm trying to leave things for them and
Generational
getting
legacy.
them set up as well to have a different mindset.
There you go.
know?
There you
Because
go.
I didn't have this. I didn't see this. I didn't see people with my skin color in the medical field owning things or doing
That's right.
things. So that's what promotes me and pushes me every day to do And not to my
That's
husband.
okay.
My husband as well. He's an entrepreneur. He has his own truck, and we're doing our thing.
There
I'm
you
very
go.
proud of us.
Being the change that you want to see, that's the most important key factor in anything that, you know, we do in this community, in our lives. You know, we can talk about it, and that's where I was excited for you, Helen, to take part in this session tonight. You know, we can talk about it till we blue in the face, you know. And I remember when you made a statement, because this is Dr. Thelma Jackson and Ms. Makita Brome's second time around with me, so we're not new to this, you know. And when they were with me the very first time they did the session with me, I remember something that stuck with me to this day. And you said until they walk those halls, they can think what they want to think. You have to get out there and walk the halls. And so for me, that's an important key factor. So I appreciate you. Your story, don't be ashamed of it, because everybody in this room and out there in the world have a story.
Yes.
It's not where you came from, it's where you're going.
Exactly.
And so you've chosen to pick yourself up. You've chosen to stick your chest out and be proud of your skin tone. Yes, ma'am. Pretty brown girl. Yes, ma'am. And you're doing something, and it's positive, and you're giving your children the ability to have generational wealth. So thank you yet again. I appreciate that. Let's now go to the two gorgeous. Good morning, gorgeous. I know it's evening, but you know we say that at our church thanks to our pastor. So I want to talk to Miss Makita Brome. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. This is the most peaceful personality type of person that I've ever met. Always smiling. And I tell you, if you don't know her, you would think she's one of the kids when you get there at the school. So I appreciate that, and I'm sure they do as well, because you have to be relatable. You know, and I tease them. I don't know if you've heard me say this, but I tease and say good cop, bad cop. But you know, we always have to have that. You know, one is the mom and one is the dad. You know, when you know mama gonna say no, you go to daddy, or vice versa. But you need that balance in order to make things happen. And I wish your other assistant principal had made it, but I understand it was a short notice, so I completely understand. Tell her we said hello. But Miss Brome, talk with us. I know you've done this already, but some of the people didn't get a chance to see you the first time around. I put you on the spot.
No. Makita Brome, I was St. Lucie Public Schools 2020 Teacher of the Year. So I've done work. I like being. In order to know the system, you got to be in it, understand it. So a lot of the work I've done has also been outside of the schools. So I've done work with the state. I've been on various committees. I write questions for the teaching test. Don't blame me for that. But I write questions for the teaching test. And then coming to Seymour was a leap of faith, because I had done high school for 10 years. So it was a big change, but one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Learning underneath Dr. Jackson has been amazing. But just kids are resilient.
Yes.
And they deserve whatever it takes to help make them successful. And being at Seymour, our kids want to succeed, and our goal is to help them do that and to see the power within themselves and the ability and the choices that they can make to make a difference, you know, and to do better. And to, like you said, you talk about that generational you can do different, and you can
breaking
be different.
that curse.
Yeah, and breaking that generational curse. The pandemic, before last year, we would have been rated an F if we received a school grade, and we achieved a C.
I was waiting.
So,
I did not want to pull your thunder. I was like, they better not go past this session and not announce that. So we need to say that again. Ladies and gentlemen, C.A. Moore, Chester Arthur Moore Elementary School was rated an F school. Okay, and so to that, in less than 6 months, I believe it is, and you know, when you do the math, they turned that thing around, and they didn't just go to a D, they were already at a C, so woo! So, direction of her vision. You believed in that vision, and that's one of the key factors that it takes. You can have an entourage with you, but if you all are not on the same page, you're going to fight against each other, and the job will never get done. So the fact that you all believed in her vision, she didn't just come in and take over. She heard you out. She understood what you guys, were already there prior to her, but she also said, this is what I do. this is my calling. This is what I've done before. Check my resume. And
She's got the receipts.
There you go, the receipts, as we say. You know, I used to say that. She's got the receipts. And she did it, though, with a humbling experience. And, you know, I said something to her. I sent her a message last night and said, you know, God sent her. And she took the challenge. And she said, not on my watch, not on my time.
Right.
And you actually, you stood the part. So I appreciate you for that. But I don't want to cut you off, Ms. Brown.
No, working for Dr. Jackson has been amazing because she is super humble.
Yes.
Like she has receipts, but at the same time, Dr. Jackson woke people up. And the one thing I can remember she said is, this is the most I've worked with people that look like me in the school, you know, and it was like, how do we fail our own kids? So what do we have to do? If you are sitting somewhere where you are not with children, go find the children and be with the children. One other thing Dr. Jackson says is, we're not lifeguards. We're not waiting for a kid to drown, right? We want to be in there. Like, we need to be teaching them how to swim, right? Now, in case of drowning, we'll be there, but again, not waiting for kids to drown before we help them.
Sometimes that's
so a lot of, we repurposed a lot of people last year and said, okay, we're going into classrooms. We're going where, if there are issues, where those issues are, and we're going to nip it so kids can learn.
And now you have people knocking down, before you put a plea out for help, now you got them knocking down the door, coming in there. What God? Won't he do it?
He will.
Won't he do it? So that said, but you be the change that you want to see. You can't just talk about it. You have to be about it. And so, Dr. Jackson, again, I know this is not your first rodeo, but, you know, the world may not know that yet. So talk to us, please.
So, I don't know exactly where to begin, but one of the things about C.A. Moore was that it really grieved my spirit to see a school with such rich heritage be a failing school that was just kind of like, that's C.A. Moore. It just bothered me. It keeps me up at night all the time thinking about the status
horse
of the
that they
school.
put out behind the barn almost.
Yes, that it was just thrown away. The lack of belief in the school, it grieved me. It deeply concerned me. So coming on board to CA Moore, I've worked in different districts, and so I'm kind of close to retirement.
Oh no! I mean, that's selfish, but oh no!
I was at the district office, and so when the charge came to work there, it was deep for me. It was something that I took personal, and we were on that path that we're going to turn the school around. So our superintendent says something. You know, people criticize public education all the time,
Yes,
but
they
I
do.
truly believe this. Public education is the genius of our democracy, and graduation is its crown and jewel. Many other institutions try to mimic what we do, but what we do, you can't mimic
What is
it.
that
The
saying?
work
You
that
can
we
imitate
do,
it, but you can't duplicate it.
cannot. The work that we do in public education, and you've seen it for yourself with the kids that we work with, and the visions that we're trying to build in kids for lifelong learning. There'll be institutions popping up just to pull a group of kids, but we're working with hundreds of kids on a daily basis doing a multiplicity of things. So our work is deep. It's misunderstood. Super proud of Chester A. Moore Elementary. A lot of pieces of the system has caused certain things to happen there, and we could say a lot of things, but people are not blind.
Right.
But our job is to turn it around, and we have.
Right.
We're probably one of the few schools in the district that is 100% staffed by certified teachers. Now you're taking the children and you're sending them to other schools, and this school and that school that just popped up, you know. But we are 100% staffed. Every teacher on Chester A. Moore Elementary's campus is certified.
Woo! Another round of applause for that. Yes.
There are 4 teachers on that campus with a highly effective BAM, means that they are recognized by the state of having a 3-year student achievement scores that rank at the top.
Goosebumps. Yes.
Four.
Yes.
So people slept on CA more and they've sent their kids elsewhere. Our enrollment should be a lot better than where it is, but we're not going this way for fun.
Can we
and
pause
play.
right there? Is
Yes.
it too late to pull a kid and put him over at CA Moore?
I'm just gonna tell you, sugars. If you are walking past CA Moore down the street, waiting for a bus, you need to bring your kids back home. We are the last community school in the district. The history to Chester A. Moore is beyond any other history. This is your community, your school. You should bring your kids back there with the best teachers. We don't have substitutes teaching class. They are certified teachers. Bring your children back to Chester A. Moore Elementary. Again, I have the best support in terms of administrators. I would put them against anyone. So we're building a brand there. We're bringing in ABIT,
I was going to ask you about
which is advancement via individual determination. And what that is just a program that's been in the district, but we really wanted to bring it to Chester A. Moore so that we're creating college and career readiness for students. So I think the school has had a bad rap for a long time, and it's been acceptable for it to be a failing school. But when you see our school that's nearly 100% African American with trained African American educators and staff members, why wouldn't you want your child at Chester A. Moore Elementary? I don't understand.
Very well
We're
said.
waiting. Come on down.
Very well said. This statement you made, and that was you would put your teachers up against any other teacher in the school district, and they would run tracks. And that was not being disrespectful. It's just that they had to work harder, or they have to work harder. And we all know when you have to work harder, it does advance you amongst everyone else. So that's just facts, as we say. So I appreciate you ladies for what you do, because I know the task is not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted, and it can be a lonely position, but you get up every day. You put your pants legs on one leg at a time, and you take it one step at a time. So I salute you, queens. Thank you. And that's why I call you queens right there. With that said, Miss Helen Lurie. So, well, before I go to Miss Helen Lurie, as you can see, this is another example of being the change that you want to see. You're not just talking about it, you're being about it. So thank you. Miss Helen Lurie, talk to the world. You've had a chance to introduce yourself, but they might know you as the realtor. Change that hat you've been wearing and put on the St. Lucie County Commission District 4 hat for us right now, and talk with us a little bit about, your presence with us tonight.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much for the invitation.
My pleasure.
So yes, my name is Helen Lurie, and I'm running for St. Lucie County Commission District 4. So I'm going to give you a little back history and then bring you to where I am right now. In 2018, I decided to run for this seat because of exactly what you just said. I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see. It was a seat that was uncontested. Oftentimes, people sit in seats for a very long time because no one runs against them. It wasn't an easy race. When I entered the race, the incumbent had been sitting in the seat for 16 years.
Wow.
And people said to me, Helen, you are insane for trying to run against someone with that much name recognition in the community. And they said, she is going to blow you out of the water. This is going to be political suicide for you. Now, I'm not a politician. I am a servant. My life's work has been about service to our community.
There you go.
So I'm a former federal officer. After serving in that capacity, I've also been an investigator for DCF, I've been a case manager for family preservations, which is under DCF, and so on and so forth. Worked with juveniles, worked with adults. And after all that experience, I took all of that into the classroom. And I was the criminal justice and Homeland Security Program Chair at Kaiser University for almost 2 decades.
All right.
So I say all that to say, when they told me there's no way you can do this, I said, I'm going to do it.
We say the devil is a lie.
The devil is a lie. And I'm doing it for my community.
There you go.
I'm not originally from here.
Okay.
But next year, I celebrate my 20th year in St. Lucie County.
Oh, well, honey, we say in Florida, you've been here 7 years. It's a ride. You're here.
So I want to make that clear. But the reason why I bring that up is because in the 20 years that I've been here, there has been so much growth. There's so much diversity in our community. But what's lacking is diversity and representation at the levels of government that are making decisions about our community.
Yeah.
So I'm back, and I'm back with the same mission, running extra hard. And again, there's no self-interest. It is for our community. The elevation that we're talking about, the inspiration that I know our community gets from seeing an entrepreneur, from seeing a principal, an assistant principal that really care about our community. I think that's what we're lacking in government at times. In my world, in my eyes, an elected official is a public servant. Is exactly what I've been doing for my whole life. So I plan to bring that same energy, that same level of care, that same passion into that seat. To be a county commissioner that is present, one that is accessible, one that is within the community and really trying to identify the needs and doing my very best to help fill those gaps, bridge those gaps that's existed the whole 20 years that I've been here.
There you go. There you go. I appreciate that. So being the change that you want to see, I teased her and said, now, you know, you're definitely welcome to come on. I put her on the spot and I said, you know, we do a podcast because I can't endorse you. I can't say to the community because I'm a nonprofit. I'm a 501c3. So I can't tell anyone who to vote for. But I said, you know, I'm more than welcome to invite you onto the podcast so that, you know, the community can hear your story. She said, yeah, I'm on. I said, wait, slow down because that podcast is tomorrow. I think it was yesterday. And she said, okay, I'm on. I was like, oh my gosh. So for me, that shows me that you are serious about what it is that you're saying. You're serious about what it is that you're trying to do. And it doesn't matter if you did, you know, if you, as we say, you know, you didn't fly here, but we say you flew here, we grew here. It doesn't matter. You know, being here for 20 years, you've seen the growth. You can relate to, you know, what's happening in the community. You see where the needs are that needs to be met, and you're trying to do something about it. And so I just ask that you continue what it is that you're doing. And, you know, I'm not going to say if, but, you know, whatever the election turns out, I hope that you maintain your drive, and the story that you're sharing with us today, I hope that is a story that you are going to work every day at to try and make sure it takes place. Yet again, that's not a job that's for me, and it's not for everybody. You wouldn't walk in my shoes probably a quarter of a mile, and I wouldn't be able to walk in yours. God gives us truly what I believe, what we can handle, and every story is different. But I salute you because I probably would have lost my cool a long time ago, and that's why I'm not trying to run. So it takes someone with poise, and I see that in you. It takes someone with strength. I know I'm not a weak person, but it's just, you know, they take me back to the old Jackie, and thanks to God, I'm delivered from that person. But that person is still there because I'm blessed. So my sister, continue to be the way you are. Continue this journey, and whatever that future holds, at least I can say I knew you first. So I appreciate that.
So tomorrow's the last day to go to those polls.
So get out and vote.
Election date for the primary is August 23rd. That's next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, you are then welcome to go to your voting precinct. That's where you would need to go, to your voting precinct. I urge everybody to go out and vote. Midterm elections are tough elections. They're not as sexy as presidential elections, right? Oftentimes people are waiting for a presidential election to vote. And I'll tell you why midterm elections are important. Because you're voting for people that live right here in your community, that are making decisions about your community that affect your everyday life.
You brought that up.
Thank you. I want to give examples of people that are on the ballot. I'm not on the August ballot. Let me just be clear. I'm not on the August ballot because I don't have another Democratic opponent in my race. But I'm on the November ballot. So look for me in November. But the individuals that are on the ballot, your school board members.
Gotcha.
If you do not vote for your school board members by Tuesday of next week, you will not have another opportunity to vote for them. Their race is decided in this election. But for the city of like Port St. Lucie, you'll have an opportunity to vote for the mayor, the judges, right? So judges that are making decisions.
Yes, for your youth, for your children, for your husband, brothers, sisters, cousins. Yes,
they are on the ballot. So depending what your political affiliation is, there are individuals that are running for Congress, for Senate. They are also on the ballot. So please take this opportunity to realize that your voice, your vote is your voice. It matters. People say, oh, it doesn't matter, my vote doesn't count. It does. At this level, every single vote is counted. Yes. Elections are won and lost with one vote. So please make it a priority to go out this week, either tomorrow or Tuesday, and then come back again in November. And local elections matter big time. And I think what happens, Jackie, is that this conversation doesn't happen enough in our community.
Exactly.
Right? And it's important. And I am on this mission to sound the alarm, to say we need to have this conversation. I need to educate. It's not easy,
right?
But I need to take the moment to educate everybody that I come across to say, let me tell you why midterm elections are important. Let me tell you why this August election is really important. Because if you don't vote, you still vote.
Exactly, because you're saying no to the one that should have been in there.
Exactly.
Right.
So there's still where your vote could have canceled out somebody else's vote.
Right.
Now
you've tilted the scale the opposite way.
Exactly.
Right. You know, I was saying sometimes in whether it's corporate America, whether it's in a publicly elected seat, we get that seat and we hold on to it. And sometimes you just gotta know when to let go. You know, I mean, I know I'm pushing 50, I'm not there yet, but I don't even like going up and down stairs to show property now. My knees are not that good. I do not have mega knees. So for me, if I know I feel like I told you it's lying wrong. If I know because it takes her knees to go up and down stairs to show property. Ellen can relate to where I'm coming from. Come on in, young lady. And so the fact that it takes good knees,
that's right.
I'm like, where are we going? A condo? Who can I call? So I'm feeling that. I know the people sitting in the seats are feeling that. It's time to let go.
Absolutely.
Allow someone else an opportunity who can bring a different flavor, if you will. And Miss Mary, one of our audience members, said this to me today. I hope I did it with some salt. She told me season with salt. I didn't say what I wanted to say, so I'm learning. She taught me to be a little more graceful with the things that come out of my mouth, and I'm trying. And she said season with salt because the salt can do one or two things. It can either preserve it, or what was the other one? Pollute. And so I hope I didn't pollute it just then, because I tell you, I just needed to say that because that it's true. They make it hard for those that, as you stated, someone had been there for 16 years. I don't know them from a can of paint, being honest. So I'm not speaking on your character or their character, if you will. But what I am saying, 16 years, I know they're tired. I know they're tired. So at that moment, it should be, them saying, I'm about ready to pass this baton. Right. Let me go and help someone come in, teach them, train them, educate them so that when they take this seat, they are able to take it to the next level. For me, that's the type of person I am because that's where I get my excitement from. Watching those that I've trained and positioned to be able to excel beyond me because there are certain things that I can't do and I'm okay with acknowledging that, and that's where I think we as human and as flesh, we lack the ability to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing the work that you do in the community. I'm excited to have crossed your path, and I'm very honored because it is about 6:24. I'm going to go back down and let you each close out, and I want to do one close out. And it says, all too many of those who live in affluent America ignore those who exist in poor America. In doing so, the affluent Americans will eventually have to face themselves with the questions that Eichmann choose to ignore. How responsible am I for the well-being of my fellows? To ignore evil is to become an accomplice to it.
Yes.
The time that I need. So I don't regret being a teenage mom. I don't regret being 17 walking across the stage. And I'm fanning a purple fan. And this purple fan is a reminder, actually a sign. You want to bring it to me? I'm going to read you. Come on. Come on over, Miss Mary. Come on over. Take a seat. Can we see her? If not, I'm going to give you my chair.
No.
Because I want to make sure they can see you. But, okay, they can see you.
Hello.
This is Miss Mary Sermons from Surviving Mothers of Murdered Victims, which is a very, very powerful organization. And thanks to her, you didn't see me sweat because you guys know I'm battling menopause. So thank you, Miss Mary.
And my announcement is that we're coming up on September the 25th, which is the National Day of Remembrance. And the Survivors of Murder Victim Support Group will be holding an activity at the Dreamland Park on that day at 5 o'clock. I know it's church day, but 5 p.m., which means you're out of church, and you can come there. We'll only be there for about an hour, and we want to remember the people that were lost, that were murdered. So asking surviving families to bring pictures there, and we're going to have a celebration of that person who has been murdered. And Jackie's fan, the purple is for domestic violence, and we know that the statistics are high, and they became higher during COVID of domestic violence, and those women and men, but most of women who were murdered by intimate partners related to domestic violence.
Scary. Now, you know, I'm gonna put her on the spot. September is when we're gonna have Miss Sermons on here, right, Miss Sermons?
That's correct.
Okay, very good. See, now she can't tell me no, ladies and gentlemen, because the world heard her first. Thank you so much, but that is a great cause. So Sunday, give us the date and time again. I heard 5 o'clock.
Sunday, 5 p.m. Sunday, September the 25th at 5 p.m. at the
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King Dreamland Park on Citrus and Martin Luther King Boulevard here in Fort Pierce, the great city. Fort Pierce,
Yes.
Florida.
So make sure you go out and support September 25th, which is a Sunday at 5 p.m. Thank you so much, Miss Sermons. Now, before we leave, we have a little gift from Miss Sabrina Jones, who's the CEO of Breeze Cakes, which is here in Fort Pierce. And for those of us that's familiar with this particular location, it's in the old, what we call Pizza Hut Plaza back in the day, but I think it's Pursuiti's Subs, if I'm saying the name right. They're on the outside, which used to be the old Subway. And so in there, she's got a cake shop that's in there. She was one of the graduates from Incubate Neighborhood, our CEO program that we have here. And so thanks for her hard work, dedication, determination. She has brick and mortar because of that. And so with that said, she's provided us, and we're going to try this on while we're on live. So now we get to see your full facial expressions when you eat cake. And one of the things that it's called, we have a strawberry and lemon. I'm sorry, somebody who, we're going to let Dr. Jackson pick first. Which one? Lemon or strawberry?
Take lemon.
Okay, see? No, red velvet. I'm sorry. Red velvet and strawberry. No, that's red velvet. You okay with red velvet? Okay, you got it. So now we have a strawberry for other ladies, and we're gonna take and open. Where's mine? I already know how it tastes, but I had my own, and we have water that we have for you as well. Go ahead.
You can have mine.
No, you gonna eat yours
Well,
now. I know how
we
mine
can share.
tastes. Okay, we'll share because they're good, and they're called Ooh Wee Bars. And it would have been Ooey Gooey Bar, but Miss Paula Dean already had that name, but we don't want her to get in trouble, so she took and. And it's gonna break a little piece because it's good. Now, Miss Jones, tell us the reason they're called Ooey Bars. Cause I can't talk no more. Ooh, this is good.
Hi, I'm Bree.
I put her on the
Breeze
spot,
Cakes
too.
and Baking Supplies. So what I gave to you ladies is my version of the Ooey Gooey bar, but it's so much love and attention paid to this bar until when you bite into it, I don't tell people what the actual name is, but normally when you bite into it, you'll take a bite and you'll turn around and you'll be like, oh, okay, that is a ooey. So, because it's savory, you know, and it takes you back. And how I came up with this, this here is, listen to Miss Sermons, you know, talk about, people that have been killed, you know, in domestic violence, you know, victims, you know, it takes me back to my mom. My mother, Jeanette McGill, was a school bus driver. Her boyfriend took her life. And I didn't even know that existed. So it just kind of like took me back to a moment, which brings you to my bar. It takes me back to my mom working, you know, get off from the school bus. She come in the kitchen and she teach us, you know, how to cook. And, you know, and when you cook with love. You put everything you got into it. And we all sit down and, you know, we eat together. Well, we gather. And that's what that bar is, because I do it in the middle of the night because I think of my mom. That's my time, you know, and I talk to God, you know, and I just put so much love and everything that I have in me into it.
So I appreciate you so much. Let's close it out. Miss Tangi, what would you like to tell the world about yourself?
The world.
Yes, because this is where it's going now. How many it reached? It's only up to you, because they're going to say, listen to this, share it. So there you go.
You will hear about Careful Touch.
There you go.
The World Wide Web.
There you go.
Yes.
And anything you want to close out with saying? I put you on the spot.
You did.
I apologize.
I'm
gonna help her. She just wants to say thank you. Thank you for the support. Continue to support her. You know, she does functions in the community. She was part of the I Love CA More campaign. So for organizations that are out there that would like the partnership with her or have her on deck when you're hosting events, how can they reach you?
772-230-4475.
And your website is on the it's in the making, am I right?
No,
it's already up.
It's already up.
Give them that website, girlfriend.
Careful touch.
Oh, you better get it together, my mama can
touch
say.
it.
Miss Canarian Gardner, get on over here in this chair. You know, put you on the spot. Y'all not the guy in here. Come on in here.
You want to keep eating?
Come on,
But my mouth supposed to be full.
no, see, you should have been eating, and I would have got you first.
Alright.
So give them that website, or I'll come back to you. She's gonna bring. Thank you. Work with us, y'all. This is live. I told you get TV bloopers, and this was a blooper.
Awful.
Oh, and then she like me. She can't see either.
I cannot.
We got you.
Okay, I won't put her on the spot. We're gonna come back. We're gonna have someone that's with her find the website, and then we'll come back to the website. That said, we've got, while we're looking at that, look who came in the building. She trying to hide. Scooch on in a little bit. No, this way. Come on here. You see her? We have Canarian Gardner, the CEO of Incubate Neighborhood Center. If you remember, this was the young lady that I gave thanks to in the very beginning. Because of her, I'm able to do my podcast every third Friday. So I want to humbly, wholeheartedly say thank you. I appreciate you. And we've had such a blast. Miss Sermons even came on the camera, but you know it's hard to get her on the camera, but I will put her on the spot. So I appreciate that. Miss Canarian, since we're closing out and you just got here, I know you wasn't anticipating this, but what would you like to say to the public real quick?
Oh, wow.
Tell them about tomorrow.
Well, I can say God put me on a mission a year ago, and since then I've been extremely very intentional about helping people that look like me, from working with organizations and leading organizations and people using our data to get money but not actually having that money penetrate our community. So God got me on this mission, and at Birth Incubate Neighborhood Center, our purpose is to revitalize poor communities of color. We do that through entrepreneurship. We have a national model that we're implementing right here that's proven to be effective, proven to help businesses like Bree not only scale, but to actually get the funding that they need to take it to the next level. Also, we have a dynamic home ownership program. We try to put people at home and have people start businesses. Statistically, that's how you build wealth from within its very community. So that's what we're about here, building wealth and also giving opportunities to individuals like Miss Jackie Coleman to have podcasts here. So it's all about the community for us. So come see us. Our website is www.incbiz.org. That's www.incbiz.org. Our telephone number is 772-494-7504. And on that note, I can
Thank you for being obedient. All right, so now we're going to come back to you, Miss Makita Brown. What can you say to the public as we close out?
Come check us out.
No, seriously, come see what we're doing. Great things are happening at CA Moore. So like our Facebook page.
There you go.
It's Chester A. Moore Elementary. No school on that, just Chester A. Moore Elementary. It has our logo with the dipper and a rocket on there. So come check us out, see what we're doing. We are here to impact the community and every child that walks through our doors.
There you go. Dr. Jackson?
So in addition to doing the work in public education, I also want to put out, I'm thankful, Ms. Lori, we talk about the importance of voting. There's another big piece on the November ballot, the referendum, to make sure that it continues. It's not a new tax. So really support that referendum because it's putting the right dollars in the right places. And St. Lucie County Public Schools is on the rise, as well as Chester A. Moore. We also pray for the kids. We lift up the Lord over those children. We meet every Monday, flagpole meeting, 7:30. You'll see a group of us out there praying for the children. And in our endeavor to improve from an F, the scripture that we kept before us was John 11:40. When Jesus said, did I not tell you if you would believe, you would see the glory. And that's been our song, Glory, Rise Up. And our new theme this year is Kaizen, Good Change. Improving 1% every day. So Chest Day, more don't sleep on us, come be with us.
There you go. I like that. Don't sleep on us, come be with us. I love it. And to that, we are looking for those to help us with book clubs that we have getting ready to start. We are also looking for those to have chess, to teach chess, to help play chess, to provide us the equipment for the chess. And let me just go back a little bit. The reason we want to do the book club is because we're focusing on literacy and reading. When you can't read, you lose a little competence. And when you don't have competence, then there's no confidence. That's number one. The chess club is so that our babies can learn to sit still. In order to take a test, you have to be able to sit still longer than 5 minutes. And so that gives them the ability to, not only sit still, but it also gives them the ability to learn how to think. Because it's not about that move. It's about the next set of moves that move sets you up for. And then we have I said the book club, I said the chess club, debate club. Because what I learned by being on the campus was the kids are coming into, we used to call it in-school suspension. What is it called now? When they used to be in the portable, like when
BIG,
which stands for behavioral intervention classroom. That's it. So that said, they were too young to be in there. And I think if we do a debate club, that will give them the ability to channel their emotions and learn that everybody has an opinion and you're entitled to that opinion. So it gives you a healthy debating process. So if you know of any one of you would like to sponsor us on that, please reach out to A Mother's Love Foundation Incorporated at A Mother's Love, that's A Mother's Love, LUV2021.org, or give me a call, 772-579-5884, because we are looking for sponsorship. We're looking for volunteers so that we can go out and read to the babies, play chess with the babies, and get this debate club up and running. Yes, come on over. Miss Gardner, oh God, her to turn his camera. Yes, good, but she came back.
I have two quick announcements.
Absolutely.
One, get out and vote. Make your voice heard. Get out and vote by Tuesday. Okay, after Tuesday, if your candidate has not moved through the primary, it's nobody's fault but your own. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement is Minority Business Expo is tomorrow at the Finn Center from 9 a.m. Opening ceremony. Everything kicks off at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. See me there. I'm doing 2 lessons: millionaire mindset and how to build a strong business. So those are my announcements.
And don't say meet me there. Tell them beat you there.
Beat me there.
Yeah, don't meet her there. Beat her there. We'll see you guys at that expo tomorrow. Miss Lori, what would you like to say? Because she said get out and vote, but don't mean you can't say that either.
That's right. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. We can't say that enough. Get out and vote. We have some phenomenal candidates on the August ballot.
Yes.
But the only way that they're going to move forward or win their race is if you help them. Again, my election is not until November, and I would love your help also. I have been serving this community. I have been positively impacting people in this community for almost 2 decades, and I want the opportunity. I would be honored to have the opportunity to continue to do that work as an elected official in our community. If you want to learn more about me or my campaign, my website is www.helenlurie.com. And I'll spell that, www.helenlurie.com. And that is it. I just want to thank you for this opportunity.
My pleasure. But before we leave, I made Miss Tandy do her homework. So we're going to go back to you so you can give them that website, because they have to be able to reach you.
Yes, ma'am. It's carefultouch.org.
There we go. Look how easy that was. Say it again.
Carefultouch.org, and the number again is 772-230-4475.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all very, very much for this evening. You stopped what you were doing to come out and join me. I hope it's not the last time. I can't wait to bring you back when we get to A School Ladies.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
So you heard it here first. We're claiming it. We're gonna speak it into existence. And you got a couch full of Black excellence here. So kudos. On that know, God bless. I appreciate your support and have a great night. Be safe, world. Thank you.